Greetings! For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim Doyle-Willey. I founded Growing Food Forward, and in the past 3 years I built 118 gardens, distributed free organic heirloom non-GMO seeds to gardeners from Aspen to Parachute, and they grow a portion of their harvest for our 7 Lift Up food pantries. I taught classes and workshops and camps in schools and libraries and in gardens, where I also taught kids healthy eating classes using the fresh produce that they grew and harvested. As many of you may know by the headlines in the papers recently, I was the victim of a very hostile board takeover, which has taken about 4 months of my life. I haven't been paid since February 1st. The board refused to reimburse my expenses since December. They refused to replace my broken computer and left me with a broken car. And as you can see, I've lost 28 pounds during this ordeal. I've had some hungry days because the board also decided to threaten volunteers that tried to raise money for me by opening a bank account around April 1st. I have a real emergency coming up, 2 of them actually. I have a very serious jaw infection that I've had for a very long time that flared up into my sinus last September and is now very near my brain, and in the past 10 days it's moved into my ear, down under my chin, and into my shoulder, and I need surgery this week. I'm hoping to have Medicaid on Monday. But in the meantime, I'm also facing a court-ordered eviction. I was able to pay part of it, but I have to pay the remainder by this Wednesday, June 10th. Or I will be having to move my modular home from its current location of 17 years to some unknown town with no money. I have nothing to put down for rent or deposit, or I would have paid my rent. So I really could use your help because things are very, very bright right now. I have been offered an independent contract. It isn't enough to sustain myself, but in less than 3 weeks, the Aspen Ideas Festival is happening. And I was nominated and chosen as a scholar for the Spotlight Health session during the festival. And this year we were able to submit essays for the first time ever, $25,000 Ideas Festival Award. I really would like to win it. I had very few votes because I've had a broken computer and the board shut me down on social networks. So I could really use your comments. Just go to the link below and you can read about what I want to do. I want to move what I was doing with Growing Food Forward and move it all to the next level. It's too late right now for me to build more gardens this year. I can still do workshops. I can build smaller gardens with some groups, but I really need to move this idea to the next level online through a crowdsourced, open-sourced platform that no 2 power-hungry board people can take apart. It's owned by the entire region, communities, and it can be duplicated around the world. Please read my essay so you know more about it. I'm trying to have platforms for sign-in forms for volunteers, for people who need food. It will have portions that are educational pieces where people can talk about gardening and put in all of the different plants we can grow at high altitude. Recipes for food pantry recipients, because the foods that they get, let's face it, are filled with saturated fats, sugars, and salts. And we need to be able to teach them a healthier way to eat, because obesity and malnutrition are 2 sides of the same hunger coin. I want to continue the work I've been doing, and I want to go back to work now. But I'm going to need some recovery time. I need being just able to stay here. I need to be able to just take some time and debrief myself from this very dark period I've just been through so I can plan out and start getting things in place to build the online platform and get ready for next year and building huge gardens. We can be growing year-round. We know that. We just need to tie together the wisdom and knowledge that's in people throughout the region that want to be teaching classes, that want to be taking classes, that want to make sure that we're all on the same page and everybody gets to eat fresh organic food. Won't you please help me? I would really be grateful to you forever. Thank you so much for listening, and remember what Mother Teresa said. If you can't feed 100 people, please feed just one.